Joining us now are Tariq Nasheed, the film's producer, and Ezeli Danto, executive director of the Haitian Lawyers Leadership Network. Let me say that this is a broadcast, it's a show that I have long wanted to do. Since I was a student at Howard University in the early 1970s, I came upon some information, did a little reading, had some conversations that made me think then that Haiti in its history probably was perhaps the most maligned, misunderstood, negatively propagandized nation on earth. I've had that feeling for a very long time.
I second that emotion. I've had that feeling for a very long time. So I totally agree with Rock Newman. That is Rock Newman of the Rock Newman Show. And again, Haiti is perhaps the most maligned, misunderstood, negatively propagandized nation on earth. But despite Haiti always being put in a negative light, you can't help but to be inspired if you know the culture and history of the country. This is Teaching Haitian Culture and History to Empower All Students. Greetings. My name is Macarella Tian. I'm a ninth year teacher working for the school district of Palm Beach County. This upcoming fall semester, I'll be starting my fourth year at Boca Raton Community High School, where I teach African American history, great men and women of color, economics with financial literacy honors, and American government honors. Also sponsor numerous student clubs at Boca High. That's everything from Project Man to Club Unity to the Haitian Club to Kosher Food Club to TED Ed Club to Midpoint Dance Crew to the Step Team to DECA and to Third Eye. So I do a lot at the school. And the club I'll be talking more about in particular later on in this presentation is the Haitian Club, of course. And myself being of Haitian descent, I find it amazing how my life and career in education have come to full circle, as the goal is always to educate, entertain, and inspire not just my Haitian students, but all of my students. But we should acknowledge the fact that Haitian students make up the largest foreign-born population in our Palm Beach K through 12 schools. And no matter what the subject is, all students can use a good story, especially if it's told, well, especially if it's your story, my story, our story. And that story should be told the way it should be. Now, this first slide that you see in front of you, well, the image you see, is important because if you look at that palace in the background, one who doesn't know their history or the history might think that maybe war broke out. But what actually happened, it was the Haiti earthquake of 2010 that caused that damage, that left it in ruins. And the statue, the first one, the huge one right there in plain view, is the unknown slave, which is Le Maroon and Kona. And this is Port-au-Prince, Haiti, the capital of Haiti. So again, we're going to focus on culture and history and how it is empowering to not just Haitian students or students of Haitian descent, but all of our students. Question: which months of the year are Black history and Haitian heritage celebrated in the United States? Answer: all 12 months. Black history is American history. The same goes for Haitian heritage. Not only is it Black heritage and American heritage, but it is an important part of world culture and world history, especially in the Western Hemisphere, which Port's Nation has the best of both worlds. I mean, culture and history, and this is all around the globe. And I wish I felt this way when I had graduated from college. There I was, ready or supposedly ready to conquer the world. But then I felt like I didn't have much to offer, probably because I didn't know who I was or where I was from. And if you don't know where you're from, then you don't know where you're going. And that's direction. But it was one night I was watching C-SPAN. This is, some years after I had graduated from college. And on C-SPAN that particular night was Randall Robinson, who's the author of An Unbroken Agony, Haiti, from revolution to the kidnapping of a president. And it was probably his book signing, book review. And he spoke for about an hour or so. And in his speech, he had said something incredibly profound. I mean, it really resonated. And it goes, one of the greatest crimes you can commit against a people is to strip them of their story, of themselves. Randall Robinson. Whoa. Once I heard that, I knew I had to get my hands on that particular book immediately. So I ordered it, and when it came in finally, I read it instantly. There I was, charged, revitalized. That void had been filled. I felt connected. I felt complete because I learned about the Haitian Revolution, my history, your history, our history. And again, it's important that we know our history simply because it's easy to be misled. But if you know your history, then you cannot be easily manipulated like that. So the question to ask now is, are schools in the United States teaching Haitian history and accurately as well as adequately at that? Teaching about Haiti. The Haitian Revolution, though seldom studied in proper detail outside Haiti, ought to be found near the center of any basic curriculum of American history. Professor Madison Smart Bell. Professor Bell is well known for writing books on Toussaint Louverture, the great Haitian general, and also on the Haitian Revolution itself. Now, there's a particular website that I go to, which is Teaching for Change. And this is an awesome website. There's a lot of resources. As you can see, for the different grade levels, there are books that are offered, elementary school, for middle school, for high school as well. Different resources, lessons right there. And that particular lesson is part of the Zen Education Project. So I have links available for you to go to and incorporate these lessons or activities in your curriculum. So again, this is teaching about Haiti, and being both a student and a teacher. Well, my experience, see that not much is offered in our textbooks. When I was a student growing up, I didn't get anything about the Haitian Revolution. And as I got older and then I became a teacher, it was pretty much the same thing. You'd be lucky, or the students would be lucky to get maybe a few sentences on the Haitian Revolution. So the question I ask now is history written by the winners? And does media control our way of thinking? Let's go back. This is 1990. And that image you see on the left are Haitian protesters on the Brooklyn Bridge. And they also, walked the streets of Manhattan. And they were protesting about a nonsensical claim that, well, Haitians could not donate blood because if they did, then they were to put others at risk for contracting HIV AIDS, suggesting that all Haitians have HIV AIDS. So there I was in my project department actually watching live footage of this protest. And I also have my Black American friend over. And that was also interesting because I too was Black American, but back then there was certainly a divide, a disconnect. And my mom was watching the program, so there was no way I could ask to change the channel or, shut that television set off. So I wanted to duck, hide, and slide right out of there, but I couldn't because I had company once again. But it took some years for me to realize that, the Haitian people did the right thing by going out there and protesting. And because of that, for the next 30 years, I was able to donate blood as well as other Haitian people. And just think of the many lives that were saved. So again, the Haitian people did the right thing by going out there, protesting, and carrying on that revolutionary spirit. AIDS is not us. But the stigma continued. Some 8 years later, the film How Stella Got Her Groove Back also associated AIDS with Haitian people. Now, before I even watched that film, I thought to myself, I'm not going to go to the theater to see this movie and sit there just to be offended. But again, the Haitian people went out there, protested, demanded that the film producers give us an apology. And again, you can't help but to be appreciative of what the people of Haiti do with their revolutionary spirit, that is. So just when you thought that story, particular story, well, it's the same story, but it did go away. And 20 years later, not even, this is more like 19 years later, 2017 to be exact, the New York Times reported that the President of the United States said Haitian immigrants all have AIDS. So the insult continues. Once again, we're given this nonsensical claim that we have AIDS. So how demeaning, how demonizing is that? And not even a year later, well, this was pretty much the day of or the next day of the eighth year. I'm sorry. Yeah, the eighth year anniversary of the Haiti earthquake. The president said that people from Haiti, African countries, and Latin countries, but he put Haiti on top of that list. And excuse my French, no pun intended, but all have or all are from S-hole countries. So what's new or what's news? Well, one day I was watching the AM Joy show on MSNBC, and its host and correspondent, Joy Reid, had invited Pastor Mark Burns to her show for an interview. And the two certainly had clashed with their opposing views. But what I want you to do is to really see the disconnect between, well, Pastor Mark Burns, who is Black American, meaning American born and having generations born in the States, as opposed to Joy Reid, who is American born, but her father is from Africa. So she's a child of an immigrant. So he is, I believe, from the Democratic Republic of Congo. So you're going to see this is after the interview where Pastor Mark Burns decides to go on Twitter and criticize Joy Reid for her empathy towards Haitian immigrants. But again, this is about the disconnect, not knowing the history. So take a look at this.
And after our first guest of the show on AM Joy, Pastor Mark Burns, left the studio and got back into the car, we provided him to take it back to his place of residence. He recorded this video, which is directed at me. Take a listen. Here's part of it.
As you know, got off of NBC here, and I just wanted to say to Joy, who I consider a friend, she's always been very kind and I think fair to me. But I think, obviously, in the interview that you just saw, if you watch Joy Reid, that she should just move to Haiti. If since she's more concerned about Haitian immigrants than Black Americans here in poverty.
Wow. It went on longer than that. But Pastor Burns, let me just address you since you addressed me. Sir, I do always try to be kind to the people who are on this show, but we're not friends. You're somebody that I am, I'm glad that you're willing to come on AM Joy, and I do try to be fair to you, and I'm glad that you can see that. But as to the idea that I need to move to Haiti to be concerned about the people there, sir, you are a pastor. And in the Bible, you love to quote the Bible. So let me quote you 1 John 3:17. It says, "But whoever has the world's goods and sees his brother in need and closes his heart against him, how does the love of God abide in him?" It says, "Let us not love with word or with tongue, but in deed and in truth." And that is what I am doing when I'm concerned about the people of the world. I, too, am the child of immigrants. And African Americans and people who consider ourselves African Americans, some of us have parents who are immigrants from Haiti, from the Caribbean, from Africa, from around the world. And by the way, since you addressed Haiti specifically, let me tell you what Haiti has done for us. Haitians fought in the Revolutionary War. There were Haitians among those who helped us to defeat Britain and free this country and make it independent. Haitians overthrew the great Napoleonic army to make possible the Louisiana Purchase, which would not have happened but for that revolution and France's defeat. Haitians built and created the culture of New Orleans. Now, you can't hate New Orleans, right? But that culture could not have existed without the ex-migration of people from Haiti to New Orleans to escape because Haiti had been overthrown. The colony had been overthrown. Haitians live in this country and contribute as doctors, as lawyers, as nurses, as scientists, as statesmen. They are a part of the fabric of this country, and sir, African Americans include Haitian Americans. So Pastor Burns, I hope that you will open your heart to the people of this world, to the people of this country, and do your duty as a Christian to love your neighbor as yourself. But thanks.
So as you can see, there was a serious disconnect, and Pastor Mark Burns displayed what is ethnocentrism, which ethnocentrism is the division among cultures, ethnicities, etc. And that is, sometimes the case between Black Americans who are American born and had generations, of their families here in the States, and children of, immigrants. So I was really moved by that particular segment of the AM Joy show. So that's what I call joy to the world. And she certainly took the pastor to Sunday school and gave him a history lesson. So we can't talk about Haitian culture without its key component, which is language. Haitian Creole perhaps bears the most influence from African languages, not just in the French Creoles of the Western Hemisphere, but in all the countries of the African diaspora. So Haitian Creole is what is called a pidgin. And a pidgin is a mixture or combination of two or more languages. In truth, Haitian Creole is one of the most revolutionary of languages because it played a big part in liberating Haiti as a free country apart from France. In 1791, Haitian slaves organized a revolt using the language that bound them together. They demanded freedom from slavery and gained control of a third of the island before their demands were met. Many of these generals, Toussaint Louverture, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, etc., and soldiers went on to fight in the Haitian Revolution, which reached its conclusion in 1804. Powerful to create a language to connect the people and fight against oppression, to fight against slavery. And when Haitian Creole is spoken, you can't help but to feel charged, to feel that revolutionary spirit in you. So it's a really upbeat and, like I said, really you're charged when you speak in the language. Well, that's how I feel. And if you're somewhat familiar with Haitian Creole, then you should have heard the universal code, which is "Sac passe." The common response is "Naboule." "Sac passe" means "What's up?" "Naboule" means "I'm chilling," but it actually means "I'm hot," probably because it's really hot in Haiti. But it gets to the point where, we're so used to the heat that we're just chilling. So that's how fun and creative the language really is. This is what I call soups upside your head, food for thought. The image you see on the left, that is the book cover to Soup Jumu by Carlene Smothers, and the illustrator is Fouie Takashi. Haitian tradition holds that the soup was enjoyed by the slave masters on the former French colony, while the Haitian slaves were forbidden it. Consequently, soup jumu is traditionally consumed on New Year's Day, January 1st, as a historical tribute to Haitian independence in 1804. Think about it, a bowl of soup which everyone looks forward to having, not just Haitian people, but everyone, not just in the United States and Haiti, of course, but across the globe. I mean, this is meaningful. And you can see every day different people post their meals, whether they're at home or in restaurants. They post it on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. But when Soup Jumu is posted on January 1st, you know now that it's that meaningful and it's revolutionary. So again, that's what I call food for thought. Typically, what you'll find in a Haitian household, or the kitchen to be exact, is a menu that looks something like this. You have griot, which is pork, but it also means West African poet or oral historian. So that's what we call a homograph. Um, Words that have the same spelling but different meanings. A word that has, yeah, that has the same spelling but different meanings. Griot. La bouille, that is cornmeal with sugar. Thierry avec sauce pois, that's rice and beans. Bonan peze, that's fried plantain pressed or flattened. Legumes, specific vegetables. And for beverages, you have cremas, that contains coconut, carnation milk, Nestle, etc. And bambaku, that's Haitian rum. And the image you see on the right, that photo is of Fue Joao. Fue means brother. Joao is a real spiritual individual. And he's holding a platter which contains on the left griot and on the right fried plantains, bunan, and in the middle dipping sauce. Okay, so there is a real history behind the culture of New Orleans, and it's really the Haitian influence, the migration that Joy Reid spoke about when I showed you that video. So what I'm going to do is show you another video. This is the Meat Show with its host Nick Solarus, and he goes to New Orleans and interviews two people at their restaurant. This is Chef Charlie Pierre and his partner Minerva Chechavez. And they break down the whole history behind the culture of New Orleans, which was the Haitian migration, the Haitian influence. So you should have a real treat watching this video, and bon appetit.
Comme sur Internet, même si ou chita la caillou, si oui, fait cadeau 30 secondes, il va le montrer une façon rapide.
Episode of the Meat Show. We are here in New Orleans, but just as this
New Orleans. New Orleans.
like the city itself, which is a story of the melting pot of America, we also have a kind of a melting pot story here. So we have Eva and Charlie. You guys are not from here.
I'm Romanian. I'm
Romanian, and you're Haitian.
Yeah,
Yes,
Haitian, definitely.
You're a couple. You were together in Boston,
Yeah.
and then you moved down here.
Yeah, just to play it in the service industry. Like
Okay, so you're front of house, you're back of house,
Yeah.
right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The market itself is compromised of 13 different vendors, all doing all different types of food. Altogether, our job here, we think, is like to try to mend Haiti and New Orleans kind of back together and show that there's like a bridge between the two.
Right.
Haiti, obviously, a lot of the slaves before they came to the U.S. here, especially in the New Orleans area, came from Haiti itself. Hispaniola itself is kind of like a transition area,
Right.
and it expanded into New Orleans and from New Orleans, which was a big slave hub. Just expanded all over the place.
So along with the slave came the cuisine.
Mm-hmm. And our cuisine is really rooted in West African, really like around Angola.
Right.
So if you see a lot of West African food, they still have plantains. They still have like a lot of like very similar
And
items.
similar flavor profiles.
Mhm, very similar.
And when you look at Creole food, it's almost like directly related to Haitian cuisine. Like you have all the same elements there. You still have the pork. You still have like the sauce Creole.
And pork is really the main dish.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The main
Yeah,
meat.
this is like we always say, like if you came up with plate in Haiti, chances are this is going to be your first dish.
Creole plate.
Okay. Let's get in there and try some of this. So this is like a play on red beans and rice, or is it just a
Pretty
traditional?
much, yeah, Haiti's most like traditional rice. Haiti Creole is called diwi kole,
Right.
like sticky rice, really, but it's not really sticky at all.
Cultural?
It's a
The
spicy
pea
relish.
paste. I think that works best with the plantains, like anything that's fried.
Right.
Yeah.
What sauce is that?
Creole sauce. So that's basically tomatoes cooked down with peppers, onions, and garlic for about like an hour.
That pork is really, really nice. But this is fried, right?
So this is pretty much it, and then
Okay,
we braise it again, and that becomes that. So yeah, it's braised for about an hour and then fried.
Oh my God, that's like a nugget of heaven right there. The finish on that is like, yeah, really good. Tell me about the name.
Fritai. If you're talking in Creole, if you say let's go get some fritai, that means you're gonna go to a street stand and just get some fried pork plantains, maybe some fried dumplings, fried fish, a little bit of rice. So basically, that's what we are. We're like a fritai stand with a little bit of like an American twist to it.
New Orleanians will still sort of like exotify our menu, and they'll be like, "Oh, Haitian food, I've never had that before." But in all reality, they really have had all the same
There's
elements.
so many
it's just more
parallels, right?
accessible. Yeah. So we just wanted to make something more
It's
like
almost like they always say,
approachable.
like, your food is like our food. I'm like, no, your food is like our food.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
So true. So that would be a great video and lesson to give your students in culinary classes, so they can really, be able to prepare such foods and experience the culture more so. So again, that is the Haitian influence on the culture or New Orleans, true history, that is. So this is what I call Edo connection. I know New Orleans. The connection in New Orleans is all around you, right? It's in the music, it's in the food, it's in the culture with the carnival. When people get married, when they are put to rest and die. So when New Orleans is celebrating its tricentennial, I think it's only natural that Haiti play its proper role in that celebration. There's no denying it. We're kin. You can try to deny it, but history will prove you otherwise. So if you look at that split image, you'll see on the far left, New Orleans, that is Bourbon Street, and the people flooding the streets in celebration, people on, the balcony just having a good old time. And on that right of the split image, you'll see the carnival in Haiti. And once again, people flooding the streets in celebration, people up top having a good old time. So the connection is there. The influence is real. There's no denying it once again. This is what I call Jaspora, genre of hip hop music. One of my favorite artists, hip hop artists of all time, is Wyclef Jean. And in 1997, he released his first solo album, The Carnival, and he scored double platinum with it in sales. Now, he did find a bit more success on his previous album, which was a group effort, his group The Fugees, which consists of himself, Wyclef Jean, who's Haitian, Praz, who's of Haitian descent, and Lauren Hill, what we say is Haitian by association. And the score, that's the name of that album, did score, no pun intended, 10 million copies. Well, sold 10 million copies worldwide. So it was a huge, huge success. But then I still feel the Carnival is more my cup of tea or cremas, simply because it has songs that are all in Creole and it gives more of a Haitian immigration vibe. So for me personally, it really brings it back to the essence, growing up, in a Haitian household and, my parents being Haitian immigrants, my two oldest brothers being, Haitian immigrants as well. So again, when I listen to this album, it's nostalgic like that. So what I want to do is play a sample. Well, this is Jaspora, the song itself from Wyclef Jean. Okay, so again, he's talking about coming from Haiti to Flatbush, which is in Brooklyn. So it's something I can relate to, having my oldest brothers come from Haiti and watching them, adapt to the culture. So when I listen to this album, I get that same vibe. And what I want to do is actually read something to you from, this is dannyman.tomi.com. And it's a piece on the Carnival by Wyclef Jean. And it reads, if you get a chance, Wyclef Jean has a song in Haitian Creole called Jaspora, which I take means diaspora. Haitian Creole is a mix of French and the African languages that the slaves who were brought to Haiti spoke. Wyclef himself tells the story in his music of moving from Haiti, which is already a carnival of cultures, to New York, which is even more a carnival. So if he starts singing about cultural diaspora, he knows something about it. Once again, that is dannyman.tomi.com. And I did grow up, I was born and raised in New York. And just listening to the carnival has that vibe. It really brings it back to the essence. Very nostalgic. So that is Jaspora. Now, we can't talk about Haitian music without talking about compa or campus. It's music made popular by Haiti and the other countries in the Caribbean. It was created by Noir Jean Baptiste. That's who you see in the image on the right. It's his photo, and his band is or was Conjunto International. And compa was created in the 1950s. It was influenced part by Africa and the rest of the world. See, Africa and the rest of the world. So there goes that whole carnival vibe. And jazz is the key element in the music and the forefront of Haitian bands. So the music is very vibrant, and it's also, well, it has that universal appeal, but then again, it is romantic for the most part. So, because you have the up tempo songs and compa, but then you have the slow songs that are, like I said, really romantic. And couples, they hold each other close and they move in sync using their hips. So here's a sample of a particular song that is slow and compa. And this is, like I said, very romantic. And that is Sepa Bugat. And the people of Haiti are that embracive. So when you're dancing, you have that vibe of being that embracive. So it's really enjoyable music. It all comes from Africa, Oludara. No one else in the room. Nas Street's disciple. Okay, story for the ages or stories for the ages. The image on the left, that is the 1974 Haitian national football team or soccer team at the World Cup. Haiti is the second country in the Caribbean to play in the World Cup. The first is Cuba, which was 1938. But that is a legendary Haitian team, the 1974 um, World Cup team, that is. But in Haitian sports, there's others today that we need to acknowledge. We have Palm Beach County's very own Pierre Garcon, who is an alumni of John I. Leonard. He's the receiver on the Washington Redskins. He did play for the Indianapolis Colts. Hall of Famer, definitely my book. You also have Andre Michael Berto, who's a welterweight or former welterweight champion, boxing champion, that is. You have Naomi Grand Pierre, who's the first Olympic swimmer, Haitian Olympic swimmer. And her story is amazing because she learned to swim after losing, cousins to drowning incidents. So that is just remarkable. And we can't talk about just Naomi Grand Pierre. There's also Naomi Osaka, the amazing tennis player. I believe she's ranked third in the entire world today. But what I want to do is show you a video of her after a Grand Slam match. I believe she won this particular Grand Slam. And she's being interviewed by a reporter. And the reporter fails to acknowledge her Haitian side. She is half Japanese and half Haitian. But like I said before, the reporter fails to acknowledge her Haitian side. So she has to put that reporter in check. Check this out.
You moved to New York when you were 2 years old and have lived in the United States for a long time, but you're very proudly Japanese, obviously. What will this victory mean for the people back home, for both sets of fans who will be watching this for you?
Actually, I live in Florida now. But yeah, I mean, of course, I'm really honored to be playing for Japan, and my dad's side is Haitian, so represent. But yeah, I forgot the rest of your question. Sorry.
Okay, like I said, she had to put that reporter in check because she is half Haitian, half Japanese. And it's important for our young students to have that self-identity, to see that there are Haitian athletes out there so they can feel more pride or proud of themselves and not so down and out like I did when I was growing up. There was no Haitian athletes that were around. So I did appreciate how Naomi Osaka put that reporter in check once again. So teachers, educators, we need to do the same thing for our Haitian students and all of our students. We have to create these culturally responsive classrooms where we promote inclusivity, diversity, and a sense of global community. Okay, now going back to stories of the ages. Speaking of stories, what you have on the right is the book, The Magic Orange Tree, and Other Haitian Folk Tales, collected and told by Diane Wilkstein and musical accompaniment by Shirley Keller. Now, Haitian folk tales is so important to the culture because it keeps us connected not just to Haiti, being here in the States, but Africa as well. So these folk tales really give off Haiti's or represent Haiti's vibrant culture and artistic traditions. And there are many Haitian authors that need to be recognized or celebrated, such as Frank Etienne, who wrote Desfazi, and you also have, see, I'm sorry, I got it now. Her name is Ingrid. No, I'm sorry, Ida. Ida Faubert, excuse me. Okay, so we have numerous Haitian authors that needs to be celebrated. African connection is real. The African connection is real. Okay, I have several sound bites, and again, I was talking about how important folk tales are to the people of Haiti because it keeps us connected not just to Haiti but to Africa as well. So the connection is deep. The connection is real. Haiti has the third largest black population and the diaspora at nearly 9 million. It is third to Brazil, which is first, and the United States, which is second. Despite not having full membership in the African Union, Haiti has always maintained a close connection with its ancestral roots back in the motherland. So I'll be talking more about that because of Haiti's spirituality and always calling for their ancestors. So this goes back to Africa, of course. There are a lot of ties between Haiti and Africa through art, music, and food. Well, when I talked about compa, I did mention the influence and part of Africa and the food. When you saw the video with Chef Charlie Pierre, he mentioned the West African influence. Haiti's more African than many countries in Africa. That was one of the headlines of the Pambazuka News. It was enslaved Africans before they became Haitians that fought for and officially gained independence in 1804 as the first Black Republic. So that is the victory, the independence that really shook the world. And Africa was so proud of the people of Haiti to achieve such a thing, to gain its independence, because it is the first and only successful slave revolt in human history. So people in Africa were still going through, colonization and being oppressed, but the African people of Haiti was able to not only gain its independence, but defeat the three most powerful armies in the world at the time. So you have the French, the British, and Spanish armies Haiti defeated. Quote, we should not forget that the freedom you and I enjoy today is largely due to the brave stand taken by the Black sons of Haiti 90 years ago. Striking for their freedom, they struck for the freedom of every Black man in the world. Frederick Douglass, former U.S. ambassador to Haiti at the World's Affair in Chicago, 1893. Amazing, because Frederick Douglass I consider one of my mentors. And his narrative, his autobiography is top five books of mine. And I didn't know back then that he was the U.S. ambassador to Haiti. And I believe that's something that many students do not know. But he was so inspired by that Haitian Revolution. Not only Frederick Douglass, but you have Marcus Garvey, you have John Brown, you have even Nat Turner. They were all inspired by the Haitian Revolution. So once again, it was the revolution that shook the world or shocked the world. Haitian history is Black history as it repeats itself. The image on the left, that is Colonel Robert Shaw and the 54th Regiment of Massachusetts, all Black regiment. Now, Colonel Robert Shaw is a white colonel, but the 54th 4th Regiment of Massachusetts, like I said, it's an all black regiment. And getting stories like that at an early age was so inspiring because, again, media did not really portray or just pretty much put not just Haitian people, but all black people in a positive light. So I remember watching Glory for the first time and finding out about this all black regiment and being in awe. But I always wondered if any of the soldiers or black soldiers were actually Haitian. Well, later I came to find out, ironically, which took place earlier, is that Haitian soldiers fought in the American Revolution. Yes, Haitian soldiers were part of the French army that joined forces with the American colonists in the Revolutionary War. So the image you see on the right, that is a monument honoring the Haitian soldiers that helped to fight in the American Revolution and the Battle of Savannah. That is 1779, and that is located in Savannah, Georgia, of course. So, again, you can't deny Haiti of its contribution towards the American cause or in the American cause. This is what I call Patriot games. Now, we have to understand that history repeats itself, but we are doomed to repeat history if we don't learn from it. So let's go back. Of course, this is the United States as a new nation had been undermined by Britain until the Treaty of Paris in 1783. 2 decades later, Haiti would get the same treatment from not just the United States, but Britain and France. So its republic was also undermined. So it's really about being on the right side of history. And what I'm going to read to you or display is a bit of twisted history, twistery. So try to make sense of what I'm going to read out to you. And like I said, it's really about being on the right side of history. The American colonists fought alongside the British in the French and Indian War. However, enslaved Africans would later take part in, excuse me, sorry about that. Okay, let me read that again. I'm sorry. The American colonists fought alongside the British in the French and Indian War. However, enslaved Africans would later take part in the French army to fight for freedom, not to liberate themselves, but for the Americans against Britain. British rule over the American colonists continued years after defeating France in that French and Indian War, which ended in 1763, but not without the support of the American colonists who enslaved African Americans and not allowed them, the U.S. slaves that is, to participate in that war nor the revolution. The American Revolution would start 12 years later, in 1775. History considers the French troops, which included the enslaved Africans from Saint Domingue, Haiti, in 1779, as the honorable ally of the Patriots. The Americans won the war, and the Haitian Revolution begins in 1791, 12 years after the slaves supported the United States and France in that fight for freedom. So again, you can see it's really about being on the right side of history. The French joined forces with the American colonists. At that time, they were actually the United States because this was 1777, the Battle of Saratoga, which the Americans won, and it convinced the French to join forces with the Americans. So it was officially in 1778 where they formed the alliance with the Americans, but it was the Battle of Saratoga. So the French did the right thing. Of course, they were on the right side of history in that aspect, but then again, they did enslave Africans, in which the Haitians fought in that Revolutionary War with the French to join forces with the Americans, but the slaves, of course, were not going to be liberated after a victory against the British. And the Americans did not allow their enslaved Africans to fight in the war as well. So it's a real twisted history. And we have to really teach our students about not just history, but being on the right side of history. No different than when we teach them in general, no pun intended, to do the right thing. Okay, this is the final battle of the Haitian Revolution. This is the Battle of Vertier, and it was on November 18, 1803. Now, 1803, I would say, is a year that is common knowledge to many students on the year of the Louisiana Purchase. If you look at the map, you see in the middle in that kind of salmon color, maybe light red, the Louisiana Territory. The Louisiana Purchase is 1803, but let's go back to the video with Joy Reid, where she states that if it wasn't for the Haitian Revolution, then the Louisiana Purchase would not have been possible. Totally true. But just think about how Haiti could have claimed that land for themselves after defeating the French army, but they didn't. So that just goes to show you how humble Haiti really is. And, Napoleon was desperate for money. So he had to sell that land, and he sold it for only $15 million, which is rather dirt cheap. And that land covers about 15 states, 11 fully and 4 partially. So again, Haiti has certainly contributed to the success of the United States. And would America have really manifested its destiny if they did not purchase that territory from France? And would it have been possible if Haiti did not win that revolution? Something to think about. So that is what I call the story of us. This land is our land. Okay, state of denial. Now, I'm not going to read this all out to you, but I'll try to break this down as clear and concise as I can. Now, Haiti, once again, is the first and only successful slave revolt in history, okay? And it was undermined by the United States and the other superpowers. Now, France being one of the superpowers and the country in which it defeated in the Haitian Revolution had stuck Haiti with an independence bill. Yes, it made Haiti pay its government 90 million francs, okay, in reparations, which is equivalent to $21 billion today. Now, let's think about that and how absurd that really is. For the winning nation to pay the losing nation all that money. So let's go back to that very first slide, and where I mentioned how it's important for us to know our history. And one could think that Haiti, in its current state, the people did that to themselves as well as its government. But it's far from true because, again, Haiti had to pay France back all that money. And it took well over a century for Haiti to do that. So, how can a young nation thrive or, prosper economically if it has to pay a country all that money? And besides that, the superpowers and other countries did not want to trade with Haiti, especially France and the United States. Think of the contradiction. The United States had slavery. So, how was it going to be comfortable with trading with a free black republic? So, again, this is hypocrisy and what I call the state of denial. Okay, we can't talk about Haitian history without talking about its freedom fighters. Okay, well, we have Alexander Petion and we also have Simon Bolivar. Now, I'm going to read to you a quote which was actually read out at an event. This is the CASA event, which took place in Miami back in 2000. CASA, that's Colombian American Service Association. And it reads, he later made his way to the capital of Haiti, Port-au-Prince, where he met with the Haitian president, Alexander Petion, who supported his noble causes for independence and nicknamed him the author for independence in South America. Okay, so that was on Simon Bolivar. But what we need to know is that Simon Bolivar, who's AKA the Liberator, did free several Latin countries. You have Panama, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Venezuela, and Bolivia. But if it weren't for Alexander Petion and the people of Haiti, then his mission would probably not have been successful. It was Alexander Petion who funded his mission or funded Simon Bolivar so his mission could be successful. So I'm going to read to you another quote. In the city of Lacai, Bolivar received weapons and ammunitions and was even granted the permission to enroll Haitian freedom fighters who wanted to devote their life for this noble cause of liberty. President Petion only asked one thing of Bolivar to liberate the slaves in all the countries that he would have liberated. So again, the Haitian people always had the revolutionary spirit. I mean, just think about how generous that really is and how dedicated they are to freedom, not just the freedom of themselves, but everyone around the world. So it was those six countries that Simon Bolivar freed because of the support from Haiti and Alexander Petion to be exact. The statue you see and that image, that is Alexander Petion, and it's located in the capital of Colombia, Bogota. And it reads Alejandro Petion, Presidente de Haiti, Amigo de Bolivar y Protector de la Independencia. My Spanish is a bit rusty, forgive me. But it's once again those six countries in which Simon Bolivar did free: Bolivia, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Venezuela, and Panama, all due to the support of Alexander Petion and the people of Haiti. Those six countries, that's what I call success. Follow the leader. Simon must have said that Petion was one smart Alex. We built this city. The statue you see in the photo on the left, that is Jean Baptiste Point du Sable, and that's located in Chicago, Illinois. Amazing, because growing up, I was such a huge Chicago Bears fan. Now, I was also a New York Jets fan, being a native New Yorker, born and raised in New York, but I did have love for those Chicago Bears, the monsters of the Midway, 85 Bears that had Walter Payton, William Fridge Perry, Jim McMahon, Mike Singletary. I mean, the list goes on. Such a legendary team. But I did not know back then that a Haitian man founded Chicago. He created the outpost back in the 1770s, and would later become this amazing city, Chicago. And my older brothers were huge Chicago Bulls fans, and neither one of us was were equipped with this knowledge. But knowledge is power because again, we were really going through it back in the days, being Haitian, Haitian American, and being teased and ridiculed by, just children who did not relate to being children of immigrants. So again, the founder of Chicago was a Haitian man. We built the city. The image you see on the right, that of course is a stamp of Jean Baptiste Point du Sable, and Haitian heritage is Black heritage and American heritage. Forbidden and hidden history. Okay, so before I talked about the media having much control of our way of thinking, perhaps. So the image on the left, that is the poster to the horror film, The Serpent and the Rainbow by Wes Craven. I believe it was released in 1988. And watching this film at an early age, I was terrified, like most people were, watching that film, after watching the film. And the problem is, the film is about voodoo and Haiti, of course. And it just creates this stigma, the stigma that causes people to fear Haitian people or not want to connect with people of Haiti because voodoo is considered to be evil, which is a misconception. First, it's not even voodoo how it's really pronounced. It's vaudou. And voodoo is just the, I believe, American version of the term. And voodoo, my belief, was given that name because it's sort of like taboo. voodoo, taboo. So it's something that is forbidden. And, watching this film, I always wondered, why was this the film that had to be about Haiti as opposed to the Haitian Revolution, something that I wanted to learn about, but was never taught that, in school, or was never given a chance to really know about it and have others understand that Haiti did have something to contribute to the world. So, years later, this is more like 30 years later, a little less, the film 1804, The Hidden History of Haiti is released. Now, it's not, shown in theaters across the nation like that. It's something that is really hidden or underground, and that's the problem. So, what I want to do is show you more of that interview that you saw earlier. This is the Rock Newman show, where he has Tariq Nasheed, who's the film director, talk about the difficulty of putting this film out. So this is related to our textbooks and how our history is not told accurately nor adequately. So definitely watch this segment of the interview and understand that it's really doing our students a disservice not to teach Haitian
The Hidden
history
Color series,
properly.
we hit on a lot of different topics in those films. And this is an offshoot of the Hidden Colored series. This is the first film that I've done where we're talking about one specific topic. And I wanted that topic to definitely be Haiti first, because that's a very important history, not just for the Haitian people, but just for African people globally, because it is an African story. And I thought it was very important to show this generation of how the Haitian people stood up against systematic racism, how they stood up to superpowers, and how that information has been deliberately suppressed. For a long time, people have been talking about doing a movie about Haiti and the Haitian Revolution, and there's always roadblocks. I know Danny Glover was trying to do a movie about Haiti for a long time. Hollywood told Danny Glover that they're not going to fund his movie because there are no white heroes in it. But there's no white heroes in the story. So we wanted to tell that story without having to go to the dominant society, telling us that we need to interject falsehoods in the story. So we got the resources together. And
They want you to take dramatic license and tell a lie.
Oh yeah, they would have had Tom Hanks's Toussaint Louverture.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tom Hanks, a great actor, such a superb actor. But let the truth be told, the way it should be. That's once again accurately and adequately. So that was the struggle for this film to be put out. Hollywood did not support it, and it relates to our textbooks how it's not told accurately. The Haitian Revolution or Haitian history, period. So I did see the documentary film, and it is amazing, and it's something that all students should watch because we should definitely understand that the contributions that were made from that revolution to just the entire world is really important. It's important because this is not the way that any country should be treated. Just imagine if you put in all that work and you were neglected, your efforts were suppressed, what you achieved was suppressed. No one should feel that way. And that's exactly how Haitian students feel. They know that the Haitian Revolution is something that is historic. And when they see these textbooks, they're only just given maybe a few sentences about it. So again, we certainly feel robbed of our contributions, our acknowledgments, our recognition. So again, it relates to our republic being undermined, and it's no different than our textbooks today and back then, how it's being undermined, our true history. Okay, this is IT Cherie, From Mountains to Fountains. So growing up and watching television, and anytime Haiti was covered, it would always be the rough parts that were exposed. And it was no wonder why Haiti was the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere, even today. But what's not revealed is how amazingly beautiful Haiti really is. So you have two images. On the left, you have Tikidal La Ferrière. That is the largest fortress in the Western Hemisphere. And many people don't know about that. How is that missed? How is that something that is not provided or shown to our students in history classes, any social studies class? This is something that should be, at this point, common knowledge. On a local level, it's considered the eighth wonder of the world. But so much of what Haiti has to offer is hidden, it's suppressed. So that fortress, it took about 17 years to build. This was from 1805 to 1822, and it was under the leadership of King Henry Christophe. So yes, Haiti did have a monarch. So this was following the Haitian Revolution and its victory, Haiti's victory. But it was really the French still trying to regain control of the land. So this fortress was built to protect the people from the invasion of France once again. So we did not receive any help building that, structure, that edifice. And again, it needs to be something shared with our students. The image on the right, that is a waterfall, of course. That's the Bassin Bleu. That's located in the city of Jacmel. How beautiful is that? So we need to really show Haiti in all its splendor and not have our students, not just our Haitian students, but all our students, think that Haiti has nothing to offer, as it's always put in a negative light. What I want to show you is actually a video that really shows how breathtaking Cité d'Al La Ferrière really is. So take a look at this, and I'm sure you're going to be just as amazed. Okay, so just amazing. Like I said, breathtaking. And I believe Haiti has somewhat of a Cinderella story because its beauty is hidden. It's hidden from um, the rest of the world. I mean, it's that attractive, Haiti, that is. It needs to be revealed. So this would be something that I guess ACE Travel and Tourism classes, could show certain videos, just like the one I showed you, that really captures Haiti's beauty. It really needs to be exposed. Okay, Haitian heritage, a good head on those shoulders. On the left, the image that you see is Haitian art, which is handmade. I mean, it's just not so easy to come by in the States, but in Haiti, of course, you have more of a chance to getting your hands on Haitian art, but it is like amazing. And it's really where art imitates life, because looking at the women in that painting is something that's nostalgic to me, simply because back in the neighborhood growing up, I would see older Haitian women walking around outside carrying baskets on their heads with no hands included. And I'd just be embarrassed and I would want to duck, hide, and slide right out of there. But it took years for me to just really appreciate how, we really, would display our customs. We kept our values and stayed connected to our roots. I'm talking about African roots. So that is Haitian art. And on the right, you have a photo of my student. Well, he graduated about a couple weeks ago. That's Ralph Genti. And that photo was taken last year, and it's at the Haitian Heritage Essay Contest Award Ceremony. He came in sixth place. Now, the coordinator of that Haitian Heritage Essay Contest is David Bito, who you see on the far right, to Ralph's left. And an amazing man, and he does so much for Palm Beach County schools and, the Haitian community. So we were honored to be there last year. Ralph and I, we attended that event together, and he put together a well-written essay, which, he felt more connected after putting that essay together, connected to Haiti, that is. So again, my life and career and education have come to full circle simply because I'm able to, lift, my students, and was hoping that I was able to get, something like that when I was growing up, but there were really no educators that I had that were Haitian. So I'm so happy to be in that position. And I did come across a particular piece on the district website. Now, this is on Haitian heritage, and this is Profiles in Leadership. And the story covers Janine Placille, who's the assistant principal at Banyan Creek Middle. There we go. That's the story right there. And after reading the story, I was so moved because, well, her story is similar to mine. She grew up a Haitian American student, and got harsh treatment from other students that were non-Haitian. She grew up in Miami. I grew up in New York, different location, but same story. So I was able to catch up with Ms. Placille and interview her. And in my interview, I did ask her about Haitian heritage and how it's celebrated at her school. This is what she had to say in response.
And what is your school doing to celebrate Haitian Heritage Month?
We celebrated this year, actually. It was probably my most favorite experience. It meant so much to recognize our flag and be able to represent our colors during Haitian American Day. We celebrated International Flag Day, and that was when it really all came out and our students broke out their colors. And we celebrated all the cultures within our community, and we gave an opportunity that all of our students can be able to express where they're from and not just the Haitian American culture. So it not only ties in our culture with other cultures, learning with other cultures, also give kids an opportunity to have like open dialogue about their cultures as well. So at our school, we went big this year by just making sure kids are proud of where they're from. And a lot of our Haitian students wore outfits, and they had the headscarves, and we had parents that came and represented the culture and came dressed as well. It meant a lot to see our kids see me and say, "Oh man, you speak Creole? Wow!" Those type of moments for me means a lot because not all of my students realize I actually spoke Creole. Many of our young Haitian American kids that are born in the States, they don't speak Creole. So every time I have those encounters with them or even their families, it means a lot to me. And I'm not afraid to speak Creole at any second with anybody in a car line, in the hallway, on the phone, translation. That type of stuff makes me very proud to be an administrator in this district. They know that parents have somebody they can relate to, feel comfortable talking to, and they know they'll always get a warm smile from me, no matter what the question is.
All right. So that was Miss Placille of Banyan Creek Elementary School. And again, it's just amazing how my life has come to full circle. I'm in that position to lift our Haitian students, and my fellow Haitian American is able to do the same thing. And she was able to give me that administrative perspective on what it is to be able to, you know, help our Haitian students out and to really, well, like I said before, self identity. It's so important because growing up, I didn't have any Haitian educators that were around to, help me deal with the ridicule from the other students and whatnot, always being teased. So I'm glad that I was able to read her story on the district website and connect with her. So thank you, Ms. Placille. Okay, so we're going to talk about Haitian women more so. Ms. Placille is definitely what I call a warrior, but this is several women that we need to talk about in history, in terms of history, Haitian history, that is. Well, the image you see on the left, that is the first Haitian feminist organization. That is Ligue Féminine d'Action Sociale, the Women's League for Social Action. And that photo was taken in 1934. So, yes, Haiti did have a feminist group. And, women of Haiti are so, so powerful because it was Haitian women that really started the Haitian Revolution. So we're going to go a little further back in time. This is Queen Azinga of Angola. She's also called Mambo Hinad. And Queen Zinga is an African warrior of Angola, I'm sorry. And her spirit is what really helped the Haitian women at the beginning of the Haitian Revolution really put this thing together. So you have Cecile Fatima. She is the one who actually conducted voodoo ceremony. It was actually located in an alligator swamp. Okay, so just think about having a ceremony, perhaps, the night before the revolution kicked off in an alligator swamp. You would have to be so fearless to be in that location. And that was the advantage that the Haitian people had, or the enslaved Africans that later became Haitian, had. They were fearless. They were not afraid of death. So they were not, armed like the French army, the British army, and the Spanish army. But again, the advantage that they had is that they didn't fear death. I mean, Haitians or the enslaved Africans would actually put themselves in the cannon to stop, the cannon, or just let the enemy know that they were not afraid of death. Actually, to them, it was more like death was like a reward. They wanted to be with their ancestors. So just imagine how shell shocked the enemy would be to see that their rival was not afraid of death. So that is the revolutionary spirit that the enslaved Africans carried with them onto victory. So going back to the women, you have Queen Zinga. Once again, you have Queen Nzinga, I'm sorry. You have Anna Corona. You have, again, Cecil Fatima. You have Sanit Belair. You have Marie Jeanne La Martiniere. You have Zabeth. You have Adabra Toya, and she's the one who actually taught Jean-Jacques Dessalines how to fight. So Jean-Jacques Dessalines would go on to become, in my book, okay, the greatest general ever. I mean, because that Haitian Revolution is undeniably the template of revolutions. To be at such a disadvantage and to be so outnumbered, but to still gain victory, to fight off the three most powerful armies in the world. I mean, how incredible, how remarkable, how amazing is that? So we cannot talk about the Haitian Revolution, Haitian history, or Haitian culture, period, without talking about its women. And the image you see on the top right, that is Queen Azinga of Angola. And on the bottom right, that is just the Haitian flag painted on a woman's face. So it's really carrying on the revolutionary spirit, sort of that cry for freedom vibe. And, Haitian people or the enslaved Africans back then, they would rather die than to be slaves. That was the vibe back then. I mean, even today, the people of Haiti have that revolutionary spirit as they're so resilient. But slavery was not an option. Absolutely not. And it's no wonder why victory was ours. So, talking more about Haitian women, the photo you see on the left, that is myself and the first two Haitian club presidents. This is, well, in the middle, that's Gesnacia Altena. She's the very first Haitian club president. And what's amazing about Gesnacia is, well, that was taken at her graduation last year. She was not only the first Haitian club president, but she was also my eighth grade student for American history when I taught at Boca Raton Community Middle School. And I remember when she had graduated, and then less than a year later, she comes back to visit me as a high school student, Boca High student, to tell me about this idea she has to start this Haitian club. So I was so excited and in support of that idea she had for her to put it together. But it's amazing how she was my student in eighth grade, and I was equipped with such knowledge to share with my students the Haitian Revolution and Haitian history, period. So she goes on to create this club, and then a few years later, I would go on to teach at Boca High and become the club sponsor, the student club sponsor. So again, it's full circle. And the female you see, the young lady you see on the far left, that's her younger sister, Gerlanta, who's the current student club president of the Haitian club. And she is certainly, following in the footsteps of her older sister, Gus Nation. So Gerlanta is going to be a senior this year. So this is going to be her second year being the Haitian club president, and she's doing a tremendous job. And last year, we actually had our first Copa night. This is what I call no competition. This is simply giving back. What we did was raise money for the orphans in Haiti. It was an amazing event. We, of course, played compa music. You had the students dancing to compa. We served Haitian food, everything from griot to Bonan Peze to Diri avec Sospa and so on. So the students had a really good time. And we also, talked about the current situation in Haiti, a little bit about Haitian history. So students there that night, and with students from all walks of life, really gained from being at that event. And we did it all for that young lady you see in the photo on the left. Okay, that is Brittany Gangle. And that picture or that photo was taken in Haiti. And she, you can see, is so excited to be around the Haitian students in Haiti. And Brittany Gangle is just an amazing soul. Unfortunately, she died in the Haiti earthquake in 2010. She was a Lynn University student that went on a missionary trip into Haiti. And before she died, she had texted her mom, and she, I'm sorry, this is difficult for me to talk about because, she was such a young lady and just died way too soon. But her text reads, they love us so much and everyone is so happy. They love what they have and they work so hard to get nowhere, yet they are also appreciative. I want to move here and start an orphanage myself. Brittany Gangle. So I took it upon myself to have my students get involved with this foundation, the Be Like Brit Foundation. And we not only raise money for the orphans, but we also donate items, everything from peanut butter to Nutella to toothpaste, lotion, shampoo, paper plates, kid clothing, and books, preferably in French or Haitian Creole. The image you see in the middle, that is the aerial view of the orphanage. And as you can see, it's shaped like the letter B, B for Brittany. So it's incredible what her parents did in her honor for them to make sure that her dream is alive. And that is her dad, Len Gangle, and her mom, Charlene Gangle, that, put it all together. So hats off to those two. And in the video that I'm about to play, it's the representative, our contact here in the States of the Be Like Brit Foundation, Chloe Texter. And what she did was put this video together to promote Compa Night to the students and staff of Boca High. So take a listen as she's surrounded by the lovable orphans at the orphanage in Haiti.
Hi, Boca High School. This is Chloe Ritz, the Florida Director for the Be Like Brit Foundation. Be Like Brit was founded in 2010 after the earthquake that struck Haiti in honor of Brittany Gangle, a Lynn University student who passed away in the earthquake on a humanitarian mission trip. We want to invite you to Compa Night on April 25th, which will be supporting our kids here at Be Like Brit. They want to say hi. Hey, Boca High School. Hi. We hope to see you there.
Right. So again, we are so involved with the foundation and, to keep Brittany Gangle's dream alive, and her spirit lives on. So that is the Be Like Brit Foundation. We're also excited about next year, because not only the Be Like Brit Foundation will be working with, but the Sea Turtle Preservation and the Sea Turtle Preservation Society and the Haiti Ocean Project, Projet Océan Haiti. So that is the organizations we'll be working with next year, because the Haitian Club is all about having that sense of global community. So going back to Alexander Pétion and the support of Simon Bolivar and his mission, that is the revolutionary spirit, people of Haiti. And it's not to say that the Haitian Club only consists of Haitian students. No, like I said before, students from all walks of life. But it's the revolutionary spirit that flows within all of us. So we just do what we can to make a difference in the world. So we'll be, supporting numerous organizations. And when I think of the Sea Turtle Preservation, I can't help but to think of a particular story that I was told at an early age. And what I like about this story is that when it was told to me and the other children, I didn't feel embarrassed, because it was the one time back then that Haiti was not put in a negative light. And this story is called Pigeon and Turtle Go to New York City. So I want to show you an oral story, a video that is given by two women. This is Karen Horrocks and Lindsay Trabenhoff. And they delivered this story that I haven't heard in well over decades. And I want you to enjoy this story as much as I do. And if you're an elementary teacher, this is something you can certainly share with your students. And I'm sure they will enjoy it just as much as I do.
Hi everyone, this is an oral story that we learned in our parent-child mother goose training. It's called Pigeon and Turtle. We've played with it a little bit to make it fit into our City Kids story time, but also feel free to kind of add actions or adapt it any way that you need. We'll be telling it kind of in a partnership, but you can do it on your own, or you can even make it kind of a group storytelling. So yeah, this is the story of Pigeon and Turtle. So this story is set in Haiti. The pigeons had heard all these great things about New York City. They heard about the pretzels, they heard about the hot dogs, the fine art, and of course there are plenty of people to poop on.
Well, one day Turtle overheard these pigeons talking about all the fine things that they would encounter in New York City, and he was determined to join them and see New York City for himself.
But he couldn't drive there, he couldn't swim there, and he certainly couldn't fly there without any wings on his shell. That's it, Turtle thought. He would convince Pigeon to carry him there.
Well, because Turtle was a very good friend of Pigeon, Pigeon agreed to take him along. But in order to carry him all the way there, Pigeon would have to hold out a long stick, and the pigeon would grab one end with his claws and have Turtle hold the other end of the stick in his mouth. Now, Pigeon warned Turtle that he had to keep his mouth closed very, very tight, no matter what.
Well, the big day finally arrived when the Pigeon and Turtle would set off for the big city. They departed without a hitch, with Pigeon clasping tightly to one end of the stick and Turtle clamping down on the other end.
But then Turtle looked down and saw all the creatures from the island there gathered on the beach to wave their farewells. And he heard them shouting, "Hey, there's Turtle! He's going on a trip to New York City. Goodbye, Turtle, goodbye."
Wow, Turtle was so thrilled to see his friends and so excited for his journey that he opened his mouth and he said, "Goodbye, my dear friends, goodbye."
And with that, he let go of the stick and he plummeted down into the ocean where you can still find him today. And that is why there are a lot of turtles in Haiti and a lot of pigeons in New York City. And that's the story of Pigeon.
Okay, what a great story. I certainly hope you enjoyed that. And like I said before, each student, every student, could use a good story. And one that is on, let's say, migration or immigration or just different cultures can certainly open doors for culturally responsive classrooms, more culturally responsive classrooms, where inclusivity, diversity, and a sense of global community certainly is the, let's say, setting. So that is my presentation, teaching Haitian culture and history to empower all students. My name is Mackerel Etienne once again. That is my information. Certainly, well, I do hope you enjoyed the presentation. You stay safe during this pandemic and enjoy the rest of the day. Take it easy now.
Mes amis, on va stopper avec ensemble.